So, I got a couple things I want to talk about. They have to do with race, identity, spirituality, and ethnicity, most certainly. We might as well get into it. So, my fiance is working on a school project with his kids on Hispanic Heritage Month, which is coming, I think, 2 weeks early for them, whatever. And he chose Celia Cruz. I don't know how many of you know who Celia Cruz is, but Celia, come on. Ella es la reina de la salsa, She's the queen of salsa. She is a wonderful ambassador for Latin American culture, particularly Caribbean culture, being a native of Cuba. And she really helped the Latin identity progress here in the United States by being a musician and touring here, etc. When salsa really became a thing in the big cities, particularly in New York, Tito Puente, Johnny Pacheco, all those people, whatever. That's the textbook stuff. But Celia was black. I hope y'all know that. Celia Cruz era negra, pero negra. Y orgullosamente negra. She was proud to be black. It always came out through her spirituality. It always came out through her. If you ever pay attention to her music, she always says "Azúcar," which means sugar, but she always throws in a cabecilla de chango or mío yamaya or a cachita, something for cachita. She's throwing in her religion. She's throwing in her following of La Regla de Osha, or Osha for short, which is a following of the Yoruba pantheon of deities from West Africa, which I too follow. It's fine. But that was her way of displaying her blackness. And then we get to 2016. We get to now a time where people are finally, I made a video on this a number of years ago, are finally discussing what it is to be Afro-Latino. Two things, black and Latino. There was a clip that I saw on YouTube that was particularly interesting, where a black sister is asked, how do you feel about identifying as Afro-Latina? And she says, well, I've dated other Latino guys, and they're like lighter than me. The guy was Mexican, so he was lighter than me. And she said, your skin tone, blah, blah, blah. But I don't consider it interracial because we're all Latino, and some people may mistake me for black and not actually know that I'm Afro-Latina. Honey, I paused the video. I called him over here and I said, honey, come here. Vamos a ver esta desgracia. Let's take a look at this bullshit. And I played it for him. We are in agreement with our situation. My fiance is Argentino. He's from Argentina. We are both fully fucking aware that he's white and I am black. And this is very much an interracial relationship. Okay? Very much. We are so completely aware of that shit. And we're both Latino. But here's the difference. If a black American calls me, yo, what's up, man? My brother. Yeah, you're my brother too. Absolutely. You want to call me Black American? Absolutely, I could be Black American. I am Black American. Just how I'm a Black Dominican. But I'm going to share a quick little story that really, throughout the last year, and I want to say a full 365 days, as of when we went to Argentina, to Buenos Aires last year in December for New Year's, my blackness and my Americanness was really, really, really brought to the forefront in a very painful way. But my Fede from Elegua, Elegua, the trickster, he teaches lessons in a fun way. But when we were in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, I was I was excited. Oh my goodness, it's my first time going to that part of South America, and I was really, I already met some of his family. They've already come here to the United States, and I went down there, and it was just one, the expectations were wonderful. I studied Latin American history and culture, and I, as a historian, already have learned lots about Argentina and its culture, etc. So I was already, I'm not going in completely naked into the situation, but little did I know how unprepared I was, my dear. So we get to Buenos Aires. Actually, before we even get to Buenos Aires, in JFK, we had to do a connecting flight from JFK in New York City to Sao Paulo, Brazil, and from Sao Paulo to Buenos Aires. When we were in line to go to Sao Paulo, I was the only black man in the entire line. A jumbo jet of fucking almost 1,000, however many is, with the five row in the middle and the three and the three on the sides, whatever. However many hundreds of people it takes. I was the only fucking one. Why? Because we got there early and the airline was barely open. So I knew I was the only one. When we arrived in Brazil, and that whole flight that was moving on to go to Argentina, I have to go through immigration and all that shit again. I am the only person of color. The fucking looks that I got. Now, mind you, at first I thought, well, maybe it's because, I'm tall, I got my thick beard, I got my shaved head, I got my earrings on. Sometimes that throws people off, whatever. Maybe it's a gay thing because I had, no, it's actually not a gay thing because I pretty much, you can visibly see that I'm pretty gay because I have my earrings on and I had this on, and I had my elekes on, which are spiritual jewelry in our religion, and it wasn't even out in your face to see. So I'm like, okay, it's not a gay thing, it's not a large thing, it's got to be a black thing. And when I got to Buenos Aires, it was very, 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 very much thrown in my face and made apparent. And in particular, when I bring up how uncomfortable I feel, because I thought I was amongst friends. I thought I was amongst family, actually. What the fuck? You're his cousins. You're my fiance's cousins. We're going to be family once we get married. I thought I was amongst like-minded people. And I share my experiences in Brazil, and I share my experiences while being there at the time. And I am met with, well, if the reason you think people stare at you is because you stare at other people yourself. Stop being so damn nosy, and you won't notice so many people staring at you. Que familia, ¿verdad? Such a family. That was one. So I just learned my lesson. I'm like, what? I'm just going to keep this to myself. I had a little mini breakdown, and I'm glad that my fiance was there, and we were definitely on the same page. But then, those same family members were walking, and my fiance and I, obviously, look, we grew up here in the United States. He grew up in Patterson. I grew up here in South Jersey. I grew up in Pleasantville. And we primarily speak English here at home. Claro, hablamos español porque no hay de otra, pero preferimos comunicarnos en inglés. We speak Spanish because we want to, but we prefer to communicate in English. And the 11-year-old child that was with the party had the nerve to say to me, "Vos estás en Argentina, habla castellano. You're in Argentina. You need to speak Spanish, or castellano, Castilian. You need to speak Spanish." And I'm thinking to myself, no one corrected this child. No one said anything. No one even gave her an inkling that what she was saying was wrong. So that leads me to believe that they tacitly believed this. The child was merely voicing what they all thought. So I explained to her bilingualism. I explained to her that I am worth much more than you by virtue of the fact that I speak two languages. If you end up in an English-speaking country, you ain't worth a damn because you don't speak the language. Obviously, I had to tone it down, for the likes of an 11-year-old. But I reprimanded her, and I reprimanded the adults in the party for not saying anything. And this all happened outside of earshot of my fiance. Because I know if he would have heard it, he would have put her in her place and would have just, oops, girl. But when we got home that night, we had a long discussion. Here in Buenos Aires, well, I'm in South Jersey. Here in Buenos Aires, I'm an American nigga. I'm an American nigga. You black and you're American. I am not Dominican. No. I'm not Dominican. I'm not Latino, que todos somos iguales, que somos, tú sabes, que no, none of that. Okay, we all the same, we all the one. Nope, wouldn't that happening, baby. So, for the first time in my life, growing up in a predominantly black American community in Pleasantville, and loving it, actually, being very much a part of it, I realized, you know what? Yeah, I'm Dominican. Yeah, I have the most Spanish name you will ever encounter. I ain't gonna put my name out there for no YouTube. But I have the most stereotypical Spanish last name you will ever encounter. But guess the fuck what? Black lives matter. Because I'm black and my life fucking matters. Getting pulled over by a cop. My cousin was in my car on our way up to New York. I'm on my way to NYU to go take some law classes. And he just pulls me over for no damn reason. I was going the speed limit. I got all my documents up to date. My vehicle is doing fine. And he goes and asks me, can I get your license registration? I said, officer, why are you pulling me over? What is the nature of this? Oh, because I had there was some code, whatever, some bullshit. He wasn't very, But he goes and says, well, there was a silver vehicle of your same make and model that was reported stolen, and we're just out on the lookout. And I'm like, okay, well, let me tell you right now, actually, I'm on my way to law school at NYU, and I have done nothing wrong. Now, if you do want to see my credentials, that's perfectly fine. But I'll let you know right now that I haven't done anything wrong. Oh, well, you go to law school? No, NYU. Oh, well, my wife went there. Oh, that's wonderful. You know what? You have a great day. But the thing is, I'm not gonna act suspicious. I'm not gonna act. Yes, officer. Hell no, girl. We have a saying where I'm from: El que no la debe no la teme. If you haven't done the crime, you have nothing to fear. If you have done it, if you haven't done anything, you have nothing to fear. And I don't got nothing to fucking fear. So why the hell you putting me the fuck over? I know my fucking rights. And I showed him that I know my fucking rights. I threw in the law school, just, But I know my fucking rights. So what the hell is the point in you doing what you're doing, trying to exercise your power where there is none to be exercised? Another situation, and I'm about to wrap up because it's getting a little late. People need to understand that, yes, there is a such thing as being black. There is a such thing as being Latino. But at the end of the day, you're still fucking black. I have spent most of my life here in the United States in black American communities. I have studied and have been fascinated by and have forever had great admiration and respect for my brothers and sisters that fought during slavery, that endured slavery and have endured Jim Crow in this country. Absolutely. And I fully appreciate the fact that we haven't had that in Latin America. The fact Jim Crow and segregation here in the United States is one of the things that really solidified the black American community. That never happened in Latin America. Miscegenation laws, all these things. No. People just mixed. Ain't nothing wrong with mixing because, honey, I'm mixed. It is what it is. But the adverse effect to that is you running around with black people as what's his name? Hold up, bear with me now. What's his name? Sarge WP. He's really good. I like him. In the words of Sarge WP, you got an island of niggas thinking they ain't niggas, thinking they fucking Spanish. Take it from a fucking mulatto, a light-skinned black dude with the most Spanish fucking name in the world. I'm black. And if you ever see a Dominican try to play that shit, try to look at you like you funny just because you don't walk up into 185th. Or just because you walk up into some Dominican barbershop up in South Bronx. Yes, baby, I know. You just look at them. And you're like, you know what? I don't deserve my fucking money. Fuck this shit. So long story short, all of this, my banter and all of these things is to put out there, I identify as an Afro-Latino, not to separate myself from my blackness to emphasize the Latino, the Spanish. No. But to separate myself from the Latino to emphasize my blackness. And my blackness in the Caribbean is the fucking same as the blackness in South America, as the same as the blackness in the southern United States and wherever the hell you want to fucking point to, the African diaspora. Yes, I am proud Garveyite. He wasn't the best. He didn't have a very good personal life. He was very misogynistic and he had some problems with some alcohol. I know, baby, because I studied Marcus Garvey. But when people use the term Afro-Latino as a way to exclude themselves or to make themselves better than blacks anywhere else, that's just despicable. That is despicable as all hell. Once again, I'll tell you one more time. Take it from this light-skinned mulatto, or indiecito, as they say in my country. Dude, in the Dominican Republic, we don't even fucking admit that we're black. Excuse me, not me, baby. But in the Dominican Republic, we have created so many different terms. Indio, moreno, so many different things to just not even say the word negro. Carajo, te negro. God damn it, you black. Take it from this light-skinned mulatto that is fully aware of his light-skinned privilege, because, by the way, part of that argument in Argentina used against me is, but you're light-skinned, you ain't even black. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So hold up. So when you came to my house and you met my parents and you met my big-ass, big-titted, big-ass Afro-black mama, that's what you were secretly thinking. ¿Tú ves cómo te sale la luz? You see how everything under the sun is known? That wasn't what translated, but whatever, you get what I mean. So, take it from me. I may not be black enough for some people. I may not be light enough for some people, because I've had men tell me, oh, you're as dark as I go. Honey. But, it's getting, oh my goodness, 18 minutes. Woo, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I may not have been born in this country. I may not have spent my whole life in the Dominican Republic, in the Caribbean, in Latin America. But I identify with the African diaspora because that is very much what I am a part of. And we are all discriminated over the same thing. But it's not enough to come together over, oh, they discriminate you because you're black and because of the hair and because of that. Oh, me too. You know what? Yeah. No. Let's be proud of what we look like. Let's be proud of what we are. And be proud of what we can do together. Because that's fine. Timbuktu and the Library of Alexandria and Mansa Musa and all these things. That's wonderful. But at the end of the day, if we don't come together now, contemporary niggas, contemporary blacks, we ain't gonna get shit done. Ain't nothing gonna happen. So take it from the most Spanishly named light-skinned man with the soft hair, who's actually having some trouble because my hair is taking some time to lock up because of this good hair, as they say. Take it from me. I'm black, and I'm fucking proud of it. So should you.